Hey y'all, hey, I am back. Um, this is my second time recording this. I don't know what happened to the first one, but we're gonna do it again. All right, we are back for another review of All the Queen's Men, season 2, episode 5, entitled Bait and Switch. As I said in the other video that failed, I am on location. I'm currently not in the studio, I'm not at home. So I still wanted to get this video out to y'all. Let's just jump right into it. Blue is surrounded by the junkyard folks. They think she's stealing catalytic converters. She told them it was laundry. They take the bag, money falls out. They whisk her off. Tommy finally shows up and he calls Madam. Now she's on the way because she wants some of the action. Sorry if I'm going fast. Like I said, I've already made this video before, but it failed, so I'm trying to go along with the get along. All right. Back at the thing, Trouble's talking to Diamond, and Trouble is talking to Diamond, and she's anxious for Madam to know that she did such a good job. She is anxious to be a part of the It crew, which is definitely starting to give me plant vibes. It's giving me suspicion. It's giving me, are you working for the feds? Because you doing a lot of sneaking and eavesdropping and shit like that. But Diamond tells her, girl, chill. You'll know when I know. And now she's also talking to the Fab Four, and they're cashing out for the night. And everybody's wondering like where Amp is, and she tells him like, he's sick, he's not feeling well, and Doc's like, they ain't really telling us the truth, but we're gonna go along to get along. Also, Doc and Midnight are still beefing about crazy ass Teresa, as if she is some sort of prize to be beefing over. But eventually he'll figure out the truth, and we'll get over it. All right. Babyface and the new dude Rashawn are at his car, and he's paying him props like, big bro, your car is nice, I love it. And he tells him like, yeah, I got it, but he come with some shit like this woman keeps taking the car and giving it back to me, taking the car, giving it back to me, taking the car and giving it back to me. That is the loyal girl that's low key obsessed with Babyface. And he's like, he's like, all right, come on, do this job with me, you'll get like me eventually. And Face is like, all right, we're ready to go. Just relax, take these 2 pills. And he's like, listen, I'm only 22 years old, but I've already had a bad experience with drugs, so I don't really want to do it. And Face was like, you said you wouldn't do anything. He was down, so take these pills and let's go. He was like, all right. So the peer pressure got the best of him. And he's like, listen, I really don't want to lose control, but let's still get this money. So, that's definitely not going to be good for the situation. All right. At the junkyard, Madam finally shows up, and she's talking to somebody on the phone that is there, and it's one of the rednecks. And they tell her, come on in, and they all surround her as they did Blue before. And so she's like, give me Blue and give me my damn money. And she's like, give me Blue and give me my damn money. And they're like, we don't have anything. And she was like, all right, I know y'all got my shit, and I'm going to have to take it. And so they like, well, who going to take it? You and what army? And so she blows a whistle, and this bike gang pops out, full of like 18-wheelers, bicycles, just a gang of people to even the playing field. And so she grabs him by his balls and threatens to kill every last one of his men if they don't give her stuff. And he's like, okay, just go ahead and get your things. I don't know who you are, Miss Lady, but go ahead and take your shit and go. She asks permission to shoot one of the loudmouth racists over there at the back. And I call him racist because he definitely said something about nigga bitches or something when he confronted Blue. All right. So, he lets her, well, he didn't really have no choice to let her, but she definitely shoots one of them in the head point blank. And so now he's not a problem. They exchange niceties. Yeah, you've earned my respect as I've earned yours. So the feeling is mutual, whatever. So she goes to walk away, and he notices that the bike gang ain't moving. And she was like, oh, you thought I was just going to let y'all live, even though y'all had me walking down here in this dirty-ass junkyard to retrieve what was already mine. No, sir, that is not how that's going to work. Sorry for you. So she leaves, and, the gang clears it out. They pretty much kill everybody that's in there. All right. Going over to Tandy's house, Babyface and Rayshawn are there, and Rayshawn is kind of anxious, and he tells him, like, Rayshawn is basically my whole in training on the pimp situation. Rayshawn is there for your husband, and I'm here for Tandy. And Tandy's like, you sure he's okay? Because he ain't really looking like it. And he's like, he's good. Just go ahead and set the mood. We're going to be all right. And so where's the money? So Tandy gives him 10 racks, and he's like, all right, let's get this party started. So the husband goes up to Tandy and what Babyface are already into what they're into. And the husband is like, hey, young man, can I touch you? And he's like, touch me where? And So the husband sits down, and Rayshawn commences to giving this man head, like going to work, like he done this before. And so Babyface is realizing, like, he done did this shit before. What the fuck? And he said, listen, I can't watch this. They go to another room while Rayshawn is continuing to perform his services. All right. Dom gets to Amp's house, and they start chatting, and he decides that he wants to have an open and honest moment about what the nurse was talking about. That story that she told you about her daughter Shannon, it was me. I was her boyfriend, but I think she lied about some of the details because I don't remember arguing with her. I remember having taken too many pills, being too drunk, or being under a bunch of substances. But the mama claims she was on the phone, but I don't remember that either. I don't remember much about anything that night because I blacked out. So she may or may not be telling the truth. I just can't confirm. I just know that we were in a good space up until that moment, so I can't say. And I was like, maybe she was telling the truth, maybe not, but I ain't leaving. We're still good. I appreciate your honesty, which may not be the wisest response in the long run, but we're gonna let you have it. You young, dumb, and in love, child. We're gonna go with it. All right. Madam Blue and Tommy, they get home. Blue, you good? Yeah, I had it covered. I didn't really need y'all help. Yeah, you did. You saw everything but them rednecks living in there. You saw the dogs. You saw that, but you didn't discover the rednecks. You slipping. Like that's not a detail you would normally leave out. What's really going on? And she's like, nothing. I'm good. All right, you don't want to talk? Go take some time off. And that just is her worst nightmare. She just blows it out like, listen, I killed Cat. I killed Cat. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Shit got too far. She was threatening you. I did. And Madam, she understands. She can empathize. And in this moment, Blue is having like a reflective moment. And she's like, well, what is wrong with us? Why can't we just love somebody or let somebody love us? And then in the same breath, we're cutting their throats. Now, I don't know why you're going to get a sane answer out of somebody that's as nuts as Madam. But we're going to have to go with what we got. And Madam tells her, ain't nothing wrong with us. We just are willing to do what needs to get done. We're not waiting on nobody. We're going to do it ourselves. That's just the nature of who we are. And the cat asks her, okay, well, are you falling for the concierge? Because you may end up in a situation. And I don't know why you thought that was a problem. Madam was like, girl, I'll kill him as quick as my next breath. Like, what do you mean? That's not a thing. And so Blue says, yeah, I feel like that may be coming. It could be your future, so prepare yourself. And she's like, that's fine, but I'm going to enjoy the ride. And then Madam asked Cat, like, hey, was the situation clean? She was like, yeah, I'm still the same Blue. I'm a little out of it, but yeah, I moved real clean with it. It's clean. We're good to go. All right. I know that you loved her, and I know you made a very big sacrifice, for me and what we have going on as my friend, and that's going to take us far. But in the meantime, just go home. I'm going to send something special over there for you, and we're going to get back to business as usual. Babyface and Rashawn are done doing what they need to do at Tandy's house, and they're getting ready to leave. And Babyface is confusing me because he is upset and tells Rashawn, hey, you need to find another ride home. And he is mad that Rashawn was willing and able to do what he wasn't willing to do. And he was like, listen, Rashawn, is you gay? He was like, kind of, sort of, not really. I'm bisexual. And he was like, but you have a girlfriend. And he was like, and so is my girlfriend. And so, it wasn't an issue for me. Like, I just did what you didn't want to do. And he's like, listen, I don't care what you're talking about. You still got to find another ride home. So you took this man over here thinking you was going to trap him or drug him into doing something that he was soberly able and willing to do. Precisely. As I said, like, y'all always find people that are unwilling to make them do that. When there are people that are fully aware and fully willing to do these things, you just have to find them. That's the gist of the story. And he just did what he was supposed to do. And he didn't even pay the man. He just left him there to find his own way home. Damn, Babyface. Like, I understand times is hard. I know, like, your sugar mama, the lawyer lady, she keeps taking your car. When she get ready, she don't pay your bills. So, it's hard. Money is hard to come by. You're trying to supplement that income. But this ain't the way to do it. You can't go around bullying people, especially when there's a lot of people, with your head on the chopping block currently. So, this is gonna come back to bite you, but that's your problem. That's your cross to bear. All right, Blue gets home and her door is already open, and there are 5 naked women in there for her enjoyment and her pleasure to help her cope with the loss of Cat, by way of Madam sending them over there to help ease her mind. So I guess some sort of solace because you killed the love of your life for the good of the kingdom, child. Sure. All right. Doc and Fuego are at the gym talking, and he tells Doc that he believes midnight and they need to talk it out. He didn't really go after your money, as I said in the last episode. He didn't go after your money. They were just talking. He never got tipped. It was a ploy to get them to talk because Teresa was upset. Simple. I asked him, did you? How much did you get paid? Nigga, I ain't got paid. Oh, okay, you didn't send my money. Yeah, we good. Duh. Anyway, and Doc says, listen, you on the way out of this lifestyle. We done been in this lifestyle forever. Like, we stuck in it for the long haul. You have an exit strategy, so don't get too deeply involved. It's a fair, reasonable warning. And then he was like, okay, just don't let a tip come between y'all, and y'all been friends for too long. While I understand the sentiment, I would interject and say how long you've been somebody's friend has no bearing on how, they treat you. Trust me, somebody could be your friend for 20 years and somebody that's been in your life for 2 years can treat you better or have better interests, in mind than that friend that's been around forever. So time is of no consequence when it comes to friendship, relationship, or anything like that. It is how you are treated. So in this instance, Midnight didn't really treat you any kind of way. So let's maybe just let it go. All right. Anyway, Babyface is also in the gym and he sees some girls like snickering and giggling and laughing. He was like, well, what? So goddamn funny. And another girl stops by and he was like, do you know Miss Tandy? She's like, do you know Miss Tandy? He denies. He's like, no. He's like, oh, well, Miss Tandy's telling people that she knows you and she knows Rashawn and, that her and her husband pick up male strippers and, entertain themselves and you were one of them. And that's why they were laughing. And he literally regurgitates to her the whole thing that happened the night before. And so he's outdone. He still denies it, but then he goes off in the corner and he calls her. And he's like, why are you telling them about us? If this ain't on the low, I don't want to do it. And she was like, oh, I'll just call my friends and fix it. He's like, no, what I'm saying is be quiet about it. And she's like, oh, it's okay. I already worked it out. Like me and Rashawn, we figured it out. We're good to go. And he's looking like, what you mean you and Rashawn worked it out? What's the problem? She was like, well, remember you left him outside of our house. We invited him back in and he performed again. He outdid you. He was great to me and he was great to my husband. Well, you did him dirty and they did him and he outdid you dirt. It's quiet as it's kept. So Rashawn went back in those people's house and did what he had to do. Not only for Mr. Tandy, but also for Miss Tandy. So you done fucked yourself out. If you was gonna be a pimp, you fucked up on your first hoe. Essentially, that's what happened. So Miss Tandy is like, boy, get off my phone. We really don't even need you no more. Like you were only servicing me. You wasn't a package deal. Rashawn is willing and able to do it all, so for the same price. So we don't even need you. So get off my phone. That's supposed to be a do sign. It was like that. All right. So Madam goes to Kat's house and, she's reveling in the fun from the night before. She was like, listen, I've been hard on you lately. I didn't, and that was with me not knowing about the cat situation. I don't say sorry, but I'm sorry. Take your time and come back to work. But Blue being the consummate professional, she ain't taking no time off. She's like, I'm gonna be back at the club tonight and I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be back on my A game. So just trust me, I'm good. Madam is at Amp's house, knocking on the door, and Dom is freaking out. She was like, listen, I gotta go hide. Like, I didn't clear this relationship with her. Like, I'm gonna go hide. So Madam is talking to him, and she needs him back at the club tonight. The day after he got released from the hospital from being shot by her ass. She needs him back at work. And she's like, you think you're ready to dance? And he was like, no, not yet. She apologizes to him, says she should have been there for him more, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, Auntie, it's no need to apologize. She's like, I do care. I just don't know how to emote like other folks. So take this, I'm sorry, and coming back to work. And then as she's leaving, she yells to Dime in the bathroom, like, girl, I smell your perfume. I bought it for you. Bring your ass out of here. Why you hiding? And Dime is just like a little kid. She was like, I didn't tell you I was staying the night. I told you I was coming to check in, but I didn't tell you I was staying. So I'm sorry. And that's because Madam kills people for little or nothing. So yeah, it makes sense. You over here having a relationship with her nephew, and you didn't clear it with the kingdom. So yeah, I guess I'd be a little upset. I mean, a little reserved too. And so the man was like, girl, why would I care? I don't sleep with you. That's not my business. I don't care. But it's kind of funny that you swore off all the men from the club. I guess good deal make you change your mind, huh? And Madam's laughing, but Diamond's still like, I'm sorry, just take it easy. And she was like, I'm good. Just take care of him. And so now Diamond's just outdone. She wants to slow things down with Amp a little bit. Sure. All right. Teresa shows up at Midnight's place and she claims that she don't got nowhere to go. Whoever they is, they are after her, which, girl, after all the lies you told, it could be the FBI, it could be your mama, it could be a mosquito. It wouldn't matter what was after you. You wouldn't be able to stay here. I wouldn't even open the door. If I looked at the peephole and it was Teresa, her and that baby would have just sat out there all night. Because obviously she comes with a bunch more trouble than anybody that's willing to be bothered with. So, what she really claims is that her husband was trying to divorce her, and she felt like she was owed more than what he wanted to give her in the divorce, and so she needed to get rid of him. Just classic divorce bullshit when people are trying to kill their spouse. And then she claims like, I ain't leaving. You need to let us stay here because it's your fault. You supposed to knock him off. You're supposed to kill him, and I was supposed to be good to go collect his money and go on. And at that moment, another knock is on the door, and it is Fuego and Doc. So now we're about to have another damn conniption when it comes to Midnight, Doc, and Teresa. Me personally, I'm ready for the saga to be over with because it's just entirely too much. It's a lot of fallout for such a small presumed offense, but we're gonna go along with it. All right. So that has been it for season 2, episode 5 of All the Queen's Men. Let me know what you think about the episode in the comments. Like, comment, share, subscribe, or whatever it is that you feel like doing. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.